All right, Lick of the Week number 7. In this series, I'm showing you how to play a bunch of musical words that you can string together into musical sentences when you're improvising or jamming with friends or whatever. A lot of the questions I see people have about, using scales to improvise is that when they try to do it, it just sounds like they're playing a scale. And that's because usually they're trying to cover all of the notes all of the time, rather than trying to break the scale up into little chunks and organize them into musical words, so to speak. It's kind of like if you learn the scale, it's like you've learned the alphabet, but you haven't, learned any words to make any meaning out of any of the notes you have. Sorry, I'm noticing that it's peaking. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Check. Hey, that's hopefully a little bit better. Playing a scale knowing the scale is just like knowing an alphabet, but you still have to arrange those notes into interesting ways and learn how to, put them together to make meaning. I don't know, I'm rambling now. In this one, we're doing a lick that I took from the Stairway to Heaven solo. In the solo, it sounds like this. And he usually finishes it with... It's that part, but we're just taking this little thing. I've got it written there, down an octave, so it would be right here. And what we're trying to do is use our third finger to bend the 3rd string 7th fret, and we're trying to bend it up a whole step. That's what the 1 above that bent arrow is. It's telling us to target a whole step away. A half step is when you move from 1 fret to the next. A whole step is 2 half steps. So we're hitting this note and we're trying to bend it so it sounds like that. That's what the blue note down there is. That's the note we're trying to target. After we do that, we're gonna use our pinky on the 2nd string and the 8th fret. Then your pointer finger on the bottom string, 5th fret. And then just back to that 2nd note. Now, we don't want to play it exactly like that. Otherwise, people are gonna know we're stealing it from Led Zeppelin. So there's a couple ways you could hide it a little bit. You could, instead of going to this note here, this note is the same as that note. So you could do like a slidey thing. You could go like... Whoops. This note is also the same as this note, so we're really just kind of going but we're making it sound fancy by bending into this note. Makes it sound smoother, less choppy. So yeah, likewise, sliding. Whoops, I can't slide with my pinky. That's a little smoother. It sounds a little different. You could also try to bend it, but that's kind of harder to do. So I don't know, just kind of giving you some ideas. Let's maybe try it over a few different backing tracks and just see what it sounds like. I'll do first one in the key that it's written in right now. This is the key of A minor or C major, depending on the context. I've got this reggae backing track in A minor. So that's where I'd want to play it. And I'll start by playing it just kind of how it's written a few times so you can hear it, and then I'll start trying to kind of do some other stuff around it. What's really nice about this one is it's kind of like, it almost like ends on a comma. Like in a comma in a sentence, it means that there's more to come. So ending on this note does not feel very satisfying. It doesn't sound very resolved. We need to go somewhere else to resolve it. And in this case, it would be the note A, which is there or here. So that's kind of like the period at the end of our sentence. And that's where it kind of wants to end. What he did in the solo was... That's an even harder comma, and then he went over to... That note is A. So this whole thing is trying to go to A. That's the end of the sentence. So yeah, there's kind of, I mean, just to kind of further my point here, you could think of this as almost 3 different words. You got this one, then this thing. That's something I could turn into a lick of the week on its own. And then this one. So with those 3 words, he put together like a musical sentence. So yeah, we're trying to build up your vocabulary so you can do a bunch of that. All right, anyway, here is what it sounds like. I'll scoot up. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, like needs something else after it. All right, that's A minor. Let's try a different one. Try it in a few different spots. Let's try this chill backing track in A major 7. Or no, just in A major. Sorry, I'm reading the wrong things. The full title is Chill A major 7 backing track in A. So that, what we were just doing was the key of A minor. And if you're playing this pentatonic box, you've got, if you're kind of basing things around your pinky, that makes it a C major pentatonic. If you're basing things around your, well, the note A, I should say. It could be an A on any string or a C on any string. But A is the root note for the minor pentatonic. So in this position, you could call it C major pentatonic or A minor pentatonic, depending on the context. So to make it A major, in the key of A major, we just have to shift that whole shape down so our pinky is on the note A. So this is the note C, this is the note B, this is the note B flat or A sharp, depending on the context. And then this is the note A. So now if I play this box here, that is the key of A major. And I can play it over this. So right there, I just used the idea, but I didn't, play it the way it's written. That was not the same rhythm. And since this is the key of A major, now this is kind of the note that's the period at the end of the sentence. That one kind of works, but it really wants to go there. Ah. Well, that is the idea. Oh, don't want these to go on for too long. I'm getting stuck. I'm stuck on cables. Why isn't everything wireless? All right, well, before I get too wrapped up literally, I'll wrap up figuratively. You like that? That was a good way to end it. Well, if you have any licks that you want to see me, explain like this, comment in the comments. Give me a timestamp. Tell me what you want to do. I got a long list of these I want to do, but it's more interesting if it's ones that you guys want to hear. Cool. Well, hopefully this was informative. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.